This week's Bushel Up, we're going to talk about herbicide programs. Hitting that first week of March right around the corner. Typically we start looking at 1st of March, middle of March to start executing on herbicide programs if you haven't gotten that fall burn down on. Rule number 1, start clean. That is the key to success right out of the gate. We let some of those winter annuals go. Maybe they don't look bad henbit, but it's very hard when we have a mat of weeds out there to get residuals on the ground around that planting window. So get those fields clean. A good burn down, dicamba's cheap, mix in some 2,4-D, maybe a little bit of Roundup. Really simple solutions, but they can get us clean. Good start. If you're looking at soybeans, maybe you choose to layer a residual out there with that. We can do that early, kind of cut down on some trips across the field. Corn, typically, we like to time those residuals a little closer to planting time. So that's step number 2, get a good residual out there. That's probably the key to all success, is to never let the weeds see the light of day. When we see the light of day with weeds, now we're trying to tackle the rapid growth of something like palmer, water hemp grow very rapidly. If we can keep them from emerging, that saves us a lot of headaches down the road, which leads us to our 3rd step. It's our rule of thumb at owner's acres. It's called the 21-day rule. Whenever we spray a residual herbicide, we mark our calendar for 21 days later. We want to make sure that we have a target date set. We're not scouting for weeds. We're not waiting for weeds to emerge. The problem is, once they come up, if you get caught by weather, palmer grows very rapidly. It can grow 2 to 4 inches in a period of a couple days. We get delayed, and all of a sudden we're looking at 6-8 inch tall palmer, which puts a lot of pressure on our post-herbicide program. So we want to layer residuals at 21 days. If we get out to 28 days, no big deal. We bought ourselves a little time, but 21 days is the target there. And then finally, be mixing up your modes of action, multiple modes of action product. Most products out there today have 3-4 modes of action in them, but mix those up as well. I know I'm a person that believes if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I've had to learn over the years that sometimes we have to mix herbicide programs up just to avoid resistance, get out of that rut, try some new things, try some new combinations, and that way we build ourselves a program that lasts long into the future. Those are the 4 steps. Pretty simple, but make sure you have a plan in place. These 4 key things, if you execute them, should lead you to weed-free fields at the end of the year and a happy harvest.